It was a festive morning. It was Friday from days, November from months, and autumn from seasons. Rain clouds were floating in the air. Everyone and everything was so happy that it was a feast. That morning, Ephil woke up early. He took the feasts he prepared from the evening carefully over the chair. He first caressed and then wore his white socks, red floral trousers and pink striped sweater. He did not forget his shoes with green bows. He immediately crossed the mirror and combed his hair. He wore the buckle with a huge rose in the middle and smiled at him. "Hello, Ephil," he said, leaning forward. "Happy holidays." Ephil cheerfully turned around. He felt brand new like his feasts. Then he checked his room. He counted the colorful balloons they hung in his room for the holiday. "Exactly 37 balloons," he said excitedly. He ran towards the window and slowly pulled the curtains. The sky wasn't very bright because the time was too early. And rain clouds painted the sky gray. Ephil also celebrated the feast of gray rain clouds. After saying good morning to the flowers standing in front of the window, he also celebrated their holiday. Meanwhile, Ephil heard some whispers in his room. When he listened carefully, he saw that everything in the room was festive. He also participated in this holiday. Those in the room turned around Ephil. They returned. They said, "Happy holidays, Ephil." Finally, they are all very tired. They lay down on the carpet and rested. Ephil started his desk and started drawing a festive morning. While drawing the picture of Ephil, he heard the voices coming from inside. They woke up, he yelled, and he rushed to the side of his mother and father. First he hugged his father, kissed his hand and said, "Happy holidays, Daddy." Then he hugs his mother and also kissed his hand. They gave Ephil money for the feast. Ephil immediately put his money in his piggy bank. Her father said to Ephil, "I will go somewhere together when I return home. There are a lot of kids out there. We will celebrate their feast. We'd better take our gifts with them. Think about it and prepare it if there are gifts you can give." Quote. While waiting for his father's return, Ephil sat in his room and thought for a long time. But he just couldn't find what he could give. At one point, he jumped off the orange one of his vests and said, "Give me it. It would be nice to make a child happy during the feast." Suddenly there was a chaos in the room. Everybody was jumping by saying, "Me too, me too." Ephil was stunned. He stuffed all his toys in a big bag. He also put fairy tale books, little clothes, buckles, hats in another bag. When his father came, Ephil was waiting with his gifts. After breakfast, Ephil went to the place where the orphaned children stayed with his mother and father. There were so many children there that Ephil was astonished. He didn't know what to say. Meanwhile, a voice said to him, "Let's celebrate their holiday." At that moment, Ephil opened the bags he brought and gave each child a gift. That day, Ephil had a very different holiday. He understood that the holidays were different, everyone's holiday was different. After such a feast, Ephil started to wear her clothes cleaner and play with her toys more carefully. Because he now knew that there were countless children who needed them. Naz for Neba.